Good to be with you today. We hope that your July 4th holiday was safe and good. We hope that you had time with friends and families and able to celebrate life and celebrate God in the midst of it. So this coming Sunday, we have a baptism. Cooper Jerome Nelson. Baptisms are one of the greatest rituals that the church has to offer that really brings us together. And we'll be doing that Sunday morning worship. Hope that you can be a part of that. Because in the United Methodist Church, right, all our rituals are public. We do not do private baptisms. We do not do private communions. We do it as a community to include everybody. And that brings us into our coming sermon series. Starting this Sunday, we're going to be going through the epistle to the Ephesians. And in that epistle, what the writer is trying to do is build a purposeful community of faith. And so this week we talk about just the beginning of the building of that community, and having a baptism as part of this will be good. And in the beginning of Ephesians, the writer begins by reminding us who we are, reminding us that all of us live under grace, reminds us that all of us are created through God, that we have fallen, that we have sinned, but that also we are redeemed and forgiven. This identity that we belong to one another is what the writer is trying to get at. And that's how we begin to build a community, just that awareness that I need you, that you need me, that to flourish as a community of faith, we can never do it alone, we can only ever do it together. And so we begin to build this community of faith. And one of the ways the writer of Ephesians tells us to build this community is to speak the truth to one another. It is to hold each other accountable, but do it in a way that's encouraging. Not just to be judgmental or critical of one another, but to hold one accountable, to get one another to grow and to mature in the faith. In fact, the accountability factor was a big reason for the growth of Methodism back in the 1700s. It's why so many were able to pull themselves out of poverty and pull themselves to do great works in their own communities, because they held one another accountable. That if you're going to say that you believe this, then we need to see that you live that out. But we've also become a culture that frowns on holding others accountable, at least in love. We have become a culture that's very judgmental and very critical. So how is it that we can encourage one another? How is it that we can hold up one another? How can we be better at building this community of faith? Some things to think about. We hope to see you on Sunday.